All right, I'm beginning the training right now, and I'm going to be speaking on few topics. We're going to be talking on few topics. One of which going to be um, let me share this for you. So, what is service marketing? Effectives of service marketing, elevator page, 30-second elevator page. What that means, 30-second elevator page. Marketing is very important to understand that time is of the essence. People don't have time for you to explain too long. If you can present your entire service to an individual in 30 seconds, and the person can grab the whole objectives of or what you're trying to sell to them, it's more profiting than sitting down in a meeting for hours. People are very busy, they got busy lives, and they prefer to talk to a person in a short period of time when you're presenting your service. So I'm going to dive right in here. I'm going to share my screen for you right here. So the first thing, how to market a new service effectively. How to market a new service effectively. When it comes to marketing the service, well, at times it can be more challenging than marketing a product. The reason is simple. When you're marketing a product, you have a physical product to show someone. It's in your hands. You can physically present the product to the person and say, oh, here is our product. We are selling this product here. Let me underline. Let me see if I can underline that word. Not let me. All right. Yeah, great. So it is right here. This word here, the product right here. If you have a physical product to sell, it's more easier than selling a service to someone. Selling a service is like convincing a female or the opposite sex that you're going to be a good person, that they can trust you, that you are reliable, that you can provide them security. So selling your service is likewise the same. That's why in this presentation, it says that selling something that is tangible is like a product. You are in fact selling the invisible. When you're selling service, you are selling something that is invisible. Nobody can see it. You are left with the opportunity to present that service to the person that you are trying to sell your service to so they can buy the ideas or what you are selling. You cannot touch a service, and you can't. No matter whether it's being a business or a consumer purchasing services, service can be seen as buying it. More people are afraid of service. When you try to sell a service to people, people shy away because they don't understand or they need to be convinced that your service is needed by their institution. And now presenting the word needed I can tell you that, hey, your house has a lot of trees, a lot of mosquitoes, but if I present it in a way, it could also turn out to become offensive. So telling someone of what they don't have, you got to be very mindful of how you present that to the individual, because sometimes people may perceive your presentation as offensive. If you say something to someone, they may find it the way you say it to them, they may find it a little bit offensive. So be very careful how you present your service and telling people what they need, where their needs are, or how your service can change their lives or improve their business or their company or whatever it is. Compared to others, service cannot be returned. You cannot return a service. If a service is purchased but does not live up to the customer expectations, they cannot return it for a new product. Failure of the service not to provide the experience sold cost customer time, and as individuals and businesses, we often feel our time is more valuable than money. Keep in mind that in traditional marketing, we have the 4 Ps. When it comes to service marketing, we add 3 more. The traditional 4 Ps of marketing include the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. Those are the 4 Ps of the traditional marketing. You must know these to your fingertip. The product, what product you're selling. The price. Now, product can be tangible and non-tangible. Like, for example, our service is a product. You are presenting that service to someone, is abstract, they cannot see it, but it's your product. You feel it, you know it, it's in your blood, you got it to your tip. So you're presenting a product that is not physically, cannot be physically touched by your customers. Price is of importance. Never sell price to an individual without presenting your product. I, in a sales business in America for the past 3 years or more, I work in the auto industry. When you present price to a customer, you scare them. You have to do what they call product knowledge. You have to have product knowledge. You have to sell the product first. You have to tell the person about the product, what the product would do, how it changed their lives, how they need the product. When the person is enticed, when they feel, oh yeah, really, when you can see the goosebumps that yes, then you come with price. Never sell price first. It's a very dangerous thing to tell somebody, oh, well, we can sanitize your house for $40 or $50, or we can sanitize your company for $100. Never do that. Tell the person, look, Mr. Customer or prospective customer or sir or madam, whatever way you want to use, whatever adjectives, for African love adjectives, I love to be called, in developed country, people prefer this to be called first name. So you can meet a CEO of a company, he tell you just call me Brown or call me Green. So that's about it. That's a sense of people try to create a balance. Because title try to make people feel too far away, so people usually just like to balance the equations a little bit. So product, price, place, promotions, very important. I'm having a little technical difficulties. Who knows? Oh, that's the reason. Since it is. All right, that's all set. All right. Right. Now, marketing of service. Additional components to consider. People. All people involved, either directly or indirectly, of the consumptions of the service is important. People can add a significant value to a service offering. People sell the service and either make or break the marketing of the services you offer. It's time to take a look at the facts, the face of your service and evaluate. Now, people are important. You are selling a service and it's people who will need the service. One of the things I thought about is when you're working with people, respect or be very respectful. Go to an office, you meet the security guy at the entrance of the office, and you, Mr. Big Stuff, you have to present this service. You represent Voma, and you will feel as a corporate person, you do not give the individual the respect they need. You may have just put a hole to what you are selling. There is a little story of a young graduate who was to oversee a company as a CEO. He have went to the most prestigious schools, had an academics portfolio. He was scheduled for an interview. And when he got to the company, the receptionist downstairs was an older gentleman. He didn't say hi. He said, "Excuse me, I'm here to meet the current CEO. I'm here for a meeting." And the gentleman said, "Oh, well, that's the elevator right there." When he got out of the elevator, there was a cleaner at the elevator, a janitor trying to move his janitor equipments. And he screamed at the gentleman and said, "Why would you have all these things in the elevator when people have to move back and forth?" And he went to the meeting. He presented himself professionally, for he had rehearsed for this job. He was positive on himself. At the conclusion, at the end of the day, the CEO of the company, while walking off his office, said to the janitor who has served his father and had been in the company for over 30 years, said, "What do you think of the young gentleman who we interviewed today?" The janitor said, "Sir, he's not a team player." Went downstairs and met the receptionist, said, "Oh, you have a great day. What do you think about the guy the young gentleman who came here today? We're trying to hire him as CEO. What do you think?" He says, "Sir, I have worked for this company for 40 years. Young gentleman is not a team player." I said a story to say to you, at the end of the day, when he came back, they didn't give him a job. Just to conclude, last track. You must be very cautious of people and respect people of all kinds. Do not be loud. Do not scream at people because they're not the one you're supposed to be talking to. So people have importance. Physical evidence. The way that service is delivered needs to be communicated and followed through. You are creating an intangible experience. So communication and documentations are the only physical evidence you have to share with your customers. Pictures. That's why when we do a lot of our demos, I would say pictures. People can feel your service, but if you present documentations or evidence to show that what you're saying, you already know what you're saying, it makes a big difference. Process, procedures, and flow of activities of how services are consumed are essential elements of strategy in marketing services. Everything must run smoothly to keep the truth of your consumer, to keep the trust of your consumers. Procedures and flow of activities. Procedures. You have to be there on time. You got an appointment. John Brown can't be there, so you cancel. You call the person, "We can't come today. We're going to come tomorrow." You have just said to that individual, "We are not organized." That's why sometimes I get angry when we change things around that have already been scheduled. Very important to consider the process, procedures, the flow of our work. Very important. Very, very important. Consider that. Now, by developing your 4Ps marketing and enhancing them using your 4Ps of marketing and enhancing them using the 3 marketing strategies, Above, you can successfully market your services even though you are selling the invisible. If you find that you are getting stuck when it comes to marketing your service, try to think of it as a product. This can often put the framework around your marketing and help boost through marketing routes. Now, if I have to sell a car to a person that have not arrived, or the vehicle is not at my dealership, I go on and prepare pictures, evidence, and documentation that proves that that vehicle has what the customer needs. The car may not be at my dealership, but I can present that to the individuals. So if I have to locate that vehicle, the person is there, is already aware of the product. So I'm I'm a service person as well. The product is not there, but I have to present something to show that, oh, this is what that product would do for you. This is a change. This is the convenience you're going to get from buying that vehicle. Just give you a brief synopsis of my job. Think of your service as an intangible product that offers prospects to a service experience and superior services. What experience or superior services make your customer walk away feeling good about the purchase. That is the feeling that you have to market in tying it to relationship and values. If you can use your marketing efforts to demonstrate not only that experience, but why the services you are offering is better than others in the marketplace, you can see a great deal of success in your marketing effort. It's very important to understand that you have to get into it. You cannot sell hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars service to a person or entity or an institution and seems to have doubt or not confident of what you are selling. You have to be confident, the tenacity. You have to have a tenacity. You have to prove that what you are selling is needed. You have to put yourself into it. You have to show that you know that the product is going to be a big deal. Mr. Customer, I represent Voma Trading and Transportation Services in Liberia. Our company is called Voma Corporations. We are currently into disinfections and fumigation services. Mr. Customer, I want to say to you, as you do understand that this is the epidemic time, and people are traveling, people are moving around, people are interacting, and people are not paying attention. As I was walking into your company, I noticed that a vast majority of the people who work here seems to be in the middle class range. And these people of that age is said to be at high risk when it comes to the epidemic that is affecting the world at large. I'm talking about the coronavirus pandemic. You're not scaring the person, but you are telling the person, Mr. Customer, our manager, our CEO who is in America have seen how deadly the disease is. That's the reason why, as a Liberian who care about his people, decided to send these equipment. We have one of the best equipments that can sanitize your entire building. As a matter of fact, we have a machine called the optimizing machine, and that machine actually can sanitize even your ceilings and hard to reach places. As a matter of fact, it creates a fog that will just fog your entire area like a cloud and moving everywhere. As you present yourself as a marketeer or somebody who is selling, you almost like, you know, those guys who act like pastors around Liberia and entice people. They're marketers. They don't have products. They use the word and market the word. It entice people that they will take the last and give it, because why? You are promising the person that your service is ensuring that your service can save lives. That's who you are. So present your service in the way that it will touch the mind and soul of the individual who will be buying your service. I spent sleepless nights studying for the past 10 years in this country. All I have done from 2 a.m. to 6 o'clock in the morning is study different areas, because I know when the time comes, my mother used to say, be like a hunter that goes to the bush with a loaded rifle. When you see the animal, you bring home the meat. So prepare yourself. Practice, stand in front of the mirror, rehearse, be confident of what you sell, because when the opportunity comes, I sell car in America, and I'm proud to say I make good money selling cars because I love what I do and I put myself into it. I make money that people with 2, 3 PhD can make in this country because you can only make money in America in certain field. If you were in the social science field, you got to do a lot. If you are in the medical field or engineering field, you make a lot of money. But if you're somebody who has a degree in, maybe you have a doctorate in, let's say, Liberia management, or a doctorate in, you don't make that much money. You don't make over 100,000 or 80,000 a year. You don't. So I'm saying is that when you're selling your service, sell your service like you love it. Be into it. My job is to train people now. That's what I want to do. I want to train people and prepare young people and prepare a team of vigorous young people who can compete with other countries around the continents like Nigeria and Ghana, that people are moving. They're not just, I swear to God, if I could just obtain a citizenship from Nigeria, I would be so happy, because Nigeria has the market to give me the feel that I can enlarge in my house group. But it's okay. I'm a Liberian, and Liberia is a small place I come from. So therefore, I endeavors to present or to make an impact. So that's the whole reason. Let's move forward with this training. All right. Check your marketing materials and make sure that you address the following in clear and easy to understand format. One of the biggest problems with us Liberians, we like to use big jargons, big words. You confuse people. People want simple and clearer English. If you speak in the English, I've lived in America, I've seen people with a lot of degree, but they don't speak big words like Africans. Sometimes people use words here and there. They're talking in the literary term and they're speaking, they're using scientific terminologies and confusing people. You don't want to do that. Be explicit. If you want to sell cell phone, don't say a telecommunicational device that they use to translate. No, say a cell phone. If you want to talk about something, be direct and be brief. It's very important in your communication. Whether it's verbal communication or written communication, it's very important. What is service? What is what your business does? Why is a service important? What problem does it solve? What pain point does it relieve? Now, the materials used in this presentation is only for educational purposes. Please do not use this material for any marketing purposes. You'll be fine by whoever. So just letting you know. What benefit does your service offer? Does it save time, cut costs, or reduce sources, or reduce resources? What are the deliverables? What are the deliverables? What should the customer expect? Now, we're selling disinfection and fumigation services. If I was standing in front of someone who is in charge of health, I tell the person, Mr. Health Minister or Health Director, we have over hundreds of small clinics around Liberia. People go into the clinic every day with a bigger problem. They got malaria. They have been bitten by insects. So our service, what it does is that it helps to minimize. If we fumigate a community or an environment that is affected or that has a lot of mosquitoes and insects that is causing the spread of diseases, we will be reducing the inflow of patients in these smaller clinics or small hospitals around. You are being part of the solution to a problem that is faced by the people of a constituency or a country, a community, a village, or you can name it whatever way you want. So that is what you're going to say. You are telling the person that, look, I am here as a part of this process to help save lives, to help reduce the inflow of patients, because common malaria is causing a lot of people to come in here. Now, let's talk about disinfections. If you disinfect a clinic, what happened? There will not be transferable of illnesses or viruses or diseases, because someone goes to a hospital for a headache problem and they come back because someone in the hospital had a virus and they sat on the chair and the virus left on the chair, or bacteria, and the person sit on it and they get affected. So if you provide a sanitation or disinfection services, you are just minimizing that, minimizing the spread of viruses and diseases. You're selling a service and you get into it. You have to prove that you know what you're saying and you are a part of the solution. And there is a need for your service. It's very important to show that there is a need for what you are selling. Very important. Now, what are the deliverables? What should the customer expect? As a customer, we have a machine. As a matter of fact, we have an industrial fumigation machine that we can fumigate. I can stand here and over 30 feet or 20 feet away, I can fumigate this whole place within less than an hour, or I can do over 200 square feet within less than an hour. So you are telling the person you have the equipment, you have the equipment to be a part of the delivery. You have the equipment to deliver. So delivery method, you have to talk about what you are using. Your machine, your machinery, your equipment. You have to be into it, be entire. I don't speak English very good. I have a lot of problems in Western country. People in America really don't speak English. I want to let you know a lot of people, Americans don't speak English. So when you speak a very good English, more people don't understand it. So because America has its own kind of English, which is different from that of the origins of English, from the British English. So if you come from places like, you went to school in places like Sierra Leone, and sometimes instead of saying C-N-T-E-R, you are saying C-N-T-R-E. So sometimes people can get baffled and they feel that you have the language barrier, which is okay, because language doesn't mean that you are intelligent. It's now how better you speak English make you intelligent. Intelligence is being able to use your intellects to be effective and to be able to make positive changes. And you are considered intelligence. You can have knowledge, which means you can go to school and pass and have a lot of A's and B's, but you are not a solution solver. You do not have the intellects to make changes. So get that to the back of your mind, whoever will be viewing this presentation. You can market a service effectively by making sure that you are focusing on the problem or pain. Like I just said, you are focusing on the problem and pain. You are part of the solution. You are here to help. You are here to minimize the danger. You are minimize the danger of Liberians or people in the community getting affected by viruses and so forth. So you're marketing a service effectively by making sure that you are focusing on the problem or pain point. The pain point that is solved and being clear on the deliverable that you are offering. Set the expectations ahead of time. This builds trust and it shows that your customers will not have buyer remorse. So set the expectation. Expectation is everything. Expectation is everything. What I do for a living, if I have an appointment with a customer, the customer is supposed to be at a dealership at this hour, I get the car ready. I put the vehicle outside. The vehicle need to be clean. Sometimes the vehicle have been on the lot for too long, snow or rain, I get it clean, or I carry it and wash it, put a little water on it, clean it before the customer comes, so the customer can see a good product. I sell a tangible product, but service is the same way. So on the phone, I've already sold to this person and tell them the importance of the car, the look, the value. So there's the same old method. Just assume that, just envision that you are selling something tangible. Get into it. Get into it, man. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Remember to get into it. Now, service marketing is a specialized. Now, what is service marketing? Service marketing is a specialized branch of marketing. Service marketing emerged as a separate field of studies in the early 1980s, following the recognition that the unique characteristics of services require different strategies compared with the marketing of physical goods. Service marketing typically refers to both business to consumer, that's B2C, remember that, those are formulas in business, and business to business, that B2B services. Include marketing of services such as telecommunication services. Telecommunication services, I work as engineering drafter for UC Energetic. I was doing telecommunication drawing. Financial services, all type of hospitality, tourism, leisures and entertainment services, car rental services, healthcare services, and professional services, and trade services, marketers, service marketers, all for often use an expanded marketing mix, which consists of the 7 Ps: the product, the price, the place, the promotion, the people, physical logistics, and physical evidence and process. Man, this thing is physical marketing mix, which consists of the 7 Ps: the product, the price, the place, the promotion, people, physical evidence and process. Contemporary approach, known as service dominant logic, argues that the demarcation between products and services that persisted throughout the 20th century was artificial and has obstacles that everyone sells services. SD Logic's approach is changing the way that marketers understand. I'm dyslexic, so reading sometimes give me problems. Value creations, and it's changing concepts of the consumer's role in service delivery processes. Just read this whole nuts of services, of marketing services. So you need to understand that people been selling for centuries, and people been making living and being successful by selling, right? So selling has been around for a long period of time, all right? Selling has been around for a long period of time. Let me get back. So I was just telling you briefly about service, selling your service. And I also want to talk about our next, we're going to talk about something called the 30 seconds elevation page. An elevation page is a clear, brief message or commercial about you. So I want to go to the next on our agenda. We'll be talking about elevation page. Elevator, elevation. Elevator page simply means you have 30 seconds, the elevator is moving, you have to sell your service to a person. It's called the elevator page. Now let me move dive in right into this. The 30-second elevator page. An elevator page is a clear, brief message or commercial about you. You notice that when you listen to a radio, when I was telling broadcasting in the School of Art, you have jingles, you have promos, You have commercials of businesses, and you listen to them on the radio. It takes a few seconds, and they sell a whole product to you or a whole service to you. It is the same method you're going to be using to sell. For example, you went to a ministry. The minister is walking. You've been there all day. They can't let you see the minister. Now the minister is getting out of his office or getting out of the building, and while walking to his car, you got 30 seconds to sell your service to this person. You're not going to say, Mr. Minister, my name is Benedict K. I was born in Liberia. I was this, that. That's not important. You have 30 seconds to present your service like a commercial. You have to go into the mind. That's why they say radio is a theater of the mind. If you study broadcasting, you know what it means. It's a theater of the mind. So it communicates who you are, what you are looking for, and how you can benefit. You can benefit a company or organization. That's about it. Mr. Minister, I'm actually here from the Voma Corporation. Actually, our service right now, we are doing disinfections. As you know, the coronavirus killing people around the world. Our CEO just sent all the equipment. We have everything from America. We have all the chemical needed for disinfections. We also actually have fumigation added to our services. Fumigation, mosquitoes, incense that are actually killing people around here, that are actually translating people getting sick from the bites of incense and so forth. So our manager, our CEO, we have all this equipment here. We are ready to work, and we are convinced that your company really do need. I was just looking at how many people entering and going out, and there is no disinfection services going on in your place here. That's it. Here's my card. Come tomorrow. We'll talk about it. Or can you come so and so time and so forth? That's it. You have 30 seconds to sell your product. Sometimes my name is Benedict K. Ben is too long. My name is Ben. That's it. That's why I like America. America people don't like big names. My name is Ben. My name is Paul. P. Williams. Will. Let me see a female name. Victoria V. You call it short. You don't have much time. People don't have time. People are busy. Their lives are busy. So you got a 30 seconds to present. That's what it's saying. I'm going to go a little bit depth into this. The idea behind having an elevator speak is that the elevator speech is that elevator speech is that it's actually called elevator page. But the speech is that you are prepared to share this information with anyone at any time, even in an elevator. At a career fair, you can use your speech to introduce yourself to employers. It's important to have your speech memorized and practiced. We have your 30-second elevator pitch. For example, I sell cars. Somebody come to the dealership. I see them on the road. I walk to the person. Welcome to my dealership. My name is Ben Sartee. Are you here to meet somebody in particular? No. Is this your first business? No. I was just passing by. Stop by. Oh, welcome. I'll make your experience here very rewarding, and I will find a product that consists of your research. What vehicle you'll be looking into? What kind of vehicle you're looking into? Finish. I currently have a Honda, and I'm trying to check the Toyota. That's it. Stop this too much long jargons. People don't have time for that. Go right to the point. Someone have already worked over 5 hours. They don't have time to talk. Between 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., that's when people really work. Let's say 1 o'clock. After that time, they're exhausted. All they're doing is more like looking towards the time to go home or do something else. So that's, if you have to communicate with somebody above 12 noon, and let's say 3 p.m., 2 p.m., the person don't have time for you to sit there and talk long. So remember, we have to create a speech, a 30-second speech that we can present our product. It's very important. Some of us are stutterers, so we are insult to injury. Just a little bit wide to present. We get stuck on some words, so don't go with long explaining. The person don't have time. Okay. The important things is to practice it out loud. Stand in the mirror. I like to do it. Walk around. Talk to yourself when you're crazy. A woman sometimes listen to me. I'm talking loud and she's wondering what's going on. It's because I've written the speech or written something and I'm into it. You want it to sound natural. Don't sound like you're reading from a book. Information with what you get comfortable with what you have to say so you can browse through it when the time comes. Elevator speech is absolutely not longer than 25 to 30 seconds. Or in words, approximately 80 to 90 words. Or in the sentence, 8 to 10 sentences. A sample elevator speech outline. These 10 speech topics will help to write a careful, plain, and prepared presentations that grasps attentions and say a lot in a few words. This format suggestions help to avoid creating a sales page. Use each idea to write one short powerful sentence, about you, similar to your counterpart. Open with a statement or question that grabs attention. You want to get your listeners involved. Mr. Minister, I was sitting there, I saw a lot of people going in and out of the ministry. Do you guys have any form of any company that comes and do disinfection? I didn't notice. Oh, no, we don't. You get the person involved. You have to get a person. It have to be, you can't just be talking, the person listening. You have to find a way to get the person involved. Maybe the person will chunk back 1 or 2 questions at you. So remember that. That's what they're saying about you. What do you offer? Selling our services. Disinfections, fumigation services. So you're selling. That's your service we're selling right now. Those that be selling the renewable energy, that's the solar panel business. They have we got a different presentation or meeting we're going to be doing for those people, those trainees. What you offer? What are the benefits? It was help to reduce the spread of diseases and viruses, especially in these troubling times. People are dying. I know there's a lot of middle-aged people work here helping. How do you do it? We have a machine. Our machine is we have the revolutionary and machine. Our machine can disinfect this place. We do 1,000 cubic feet within a second. That's it. Call for action. What is the most wanted response after your elevator pitch? You want a business card, a referral, or appointment for a presentation after your elevator pitch. Most of the time, you want an appointment for a presentation. So we're trying to set appointment for a presentation so that they can have us do a demo. So that's more of your focus. So, Mr., we would like to, at your leisure, we can even come back sometime this week to do a presentation or a demo of our display of our disinfection service. You want to push that in. All right. Other business question: who is your target? How large is your market values, volumes? How do you market? How do you make profit? The other one comes to the business part. Checklist for turning. First, write down all what comes up in your mind. Then cut the jingles and details. Everybody should write their own elevator or their own 30 seconds speech about what we are selling and present it to the group. So that's your assignment. I want everybody part of the group to do their own in 30 seconds to tell in their own words how they will be able to present or sell our service. So that's the training for today. It's all about marketing our product, our service, marketing it in a way that it seems that we're selling a tangible product. My name is Benedict Sartee, and this has been a good time presenting this training to the team. Voma Corporations, our head office is in Margibi County, Cotton Tree, Vacation City, Lower Margibi County. We have our contact persons, where we have Mr. Kontuma, we have Mr. Roman Ben. If you actually, for any reason, come across this video presentation and you find that you would like to do some recommendation or your services are needed, you can contact our office direct. And let me just write the numbers down for you right here. Write it right down. Our contact person is Mr. Augustin. Mr. Katuma. The phone number would be 770-1975-89. Or if you're in the United States, you can contact our US number. 978-612-6009. Contact person and Sartee. It was nice working with you. Something a nice presentation. That is the contact information of our entity, both local and international. Thank you for your time.